Welcome to a guide in Season 14 on how to win in ranked solo queue. In this game, we're playing Udyr, but these tips can be used on any champion. To simplify how to win, let's break the game down into early game, mid game and late game, and what you should be doing at all these stages of the game in order to win. As always, the most important things to winning game in the early stages are being on time, reaching level 2 at the same time or first, wave control, knowing your damage, and gold lead. Obviously, there are other things too like jungle ganks, but these are the most important things you can control. Now, being on time allows you to not get behind on the level 2 race, and the level 2 race is important as it gives you extra base stats and an extra ability. This will definitely allow you to outtrade your opponent, which is the reason why it is so important. As if you don't do this, your opponent will highly likely do it to you, causing you to being unable to farm and lose XP while having to recall because you are low in HP. This will get you behind and cause you to end up losing lane, which is going to make it much more difficult for you to win the game. For wave control, you want to know when you need to push in the wave and when to freeze the wave. You want to do this to prevent yourself from being in a bad position in the lane, or you can do this to create an advantage too. Here we need to push in the wave as it's on a slow push and our position is too far pushed in. This means if we don't push in the wave and we stay in this position, we are giving the enemy jungler a better opportunity to eliminate us and give them a 300 gold lead. Knowing your damage is also very important as this also helps us create gold leads too. Now in this example, we knew our damage and we caused the enemy laner to flash. This allows us to gain an XP advantage as they had to recall and miss a few minions. Then this allowed for our ally jungle to gank as they had no flash and we pinged it in the chat. This creates a gold lead for our team, allowing us to buy more items, which again is what makes you stronger and allows you to outtrade. Now buying more items and becoming stronger is important for you to win in games, and you will see why in the next few tips. Now, one thing to note is you should always be aware of level 6 as you'll get your ultimate here, and if you're able to get level 6 before the enemy and they are still level 5, you will be at a huge advantage of getting an elimination for more gold leads. Now moving on to mid game, your main focus is to do damage on enemy towers and team play. After a team fight, inevitably players will fall, meaning one tower out of the 3 lanes will not be defended thanks to this. Taking down towers to get an inhibitor is what's going to win you the game, and this is where team fights come in. You can also do this by trading your enemy laner to force them to recall or just eliminate them, as then no one will be defending that tower. This is why the early game steps are so important, as they help you not fall behind and create a gold lead for items to allow you to be able to do this. So as you can see, constantly outtrading the Jax, so he has to recall or eliminating the Jax, allows us to continue to chip away at the tower until it eventually falls. And guess what? Destroying towers gives you more gold, again making you more stronger when trading enemies and in team play. And these things are connected to taking towers as you have just been explained. Now late game is all about team play and wave control when necessary, and the addition of Baron and Elder Dragon. So in terms of wave control, it's all about pushing in waves when necessary and looking for opportunities in the other lanes to drop enemies to low HP and make them base, or to eliminate them. Again, this is done to be able to damage towers until you finally get an inhibitor tower. As you can see in this example, we've pushed in the wave and are looking for team play in mid lane. Now you don't want to go top and repush this wave, as this won't allow you to do tower damage. Instead, make a team play mid for an elimination, allowing you to do tower damage. Then once you're unable to do more tower damage because of other enemies defending, look to wave control once again. Now pretty much you want to rinse and repeat these things until you can Baron or Elder. Now there's many ways you can do Baron, but the simplest way would be you'd want to do Baron when your enemies are dead, or when one of them is focused on a side lane and they are not near the Baron. Now all these things are going to help you win the game, and to close out a game you at least need 2 inhibitors or 1 inhibitor with the Baron buff if the majority of your team is ahead against their opposing laners. Hopefully this guide helped. Leave a like and comment if it did, and see you in the next one.